Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, I hope, right? Yes. Whew. Sometimes I do that and I get excited that the weekend's coming so I can be with my family and not have to get them up for school and they can catch up on some sleep. And then I'm like, oh, it's only Tuesday. But I was right today. It's Thursday. So I started a new book and I have to tell you guys, I'm super excited. They came out with a Kindle Oasis. And of course, Amazon had to send me an email and tell me about it. Good morning, Mom. I still have like the very first Kindle, and this isn't even mine. I bought one for each of the kids. And when I started really getting into reading and I found that I was doing it all the time, I didn't want to have tons of books. Like I have a bookshelf over here and it's full of tons of books. And I've gotten them. I started reading some of them and then felt like, this really isn't the book I need for personal development right now. But I didn't want to get rid of the book because eventually I'm going to need it. So some I've read, some I didn't. However, I took Kayla's because she wasn't using it and my books are in here. Well, anyways, they came out with a Kindle Oasis, a waterproof Kindle. So now this mama who loves to be in the pool on a raft floating around can float around and read my books. So I'm excited. So it was like a pre-order thing though. I don't think it'll ship until like the last week of March or maybe like I don't know, in a couple weeks. I think is what it said is when it'll ship out, but whatever. As long as I know it's coming. But anyways, I wanted to tell you the name of this new book. It's called Find Your Happy. It's daily mantras. So it's 365 days of motivation for a happy, peaceful, and fulfilling life. And this is something I feel I struggle with sometimes because where I'm happy, sometimes I don't feel fulfilled. Sometimes I don't feel, hey, Mandy. Sometimes I don't feel like my life is what it's supposed to be. Or sometimes I feel like, there might be something missing or something more that I want to do or something like that. So I thought this would be a really great book to start with. So what I liked is it's a day-by-day book, which was very much like the Art of Saying No book that I read and shared with you guys. So each day I'm going to read that one day. And my thought process in implementing this is to really read it over a couple times. This book says it's 7 hours and 30 minutes to read the book. So I'm going to do it every day. So it's going to be, it says it's 365 days. So that's going to take me a long time. But I am going to read this every day. It might not be what I share with you guys every single day. But I did want to share that I'm starting this new book because I do share my new books with you guys. But I felt like this would be a great book to share every once in a while of my takeaways. There's going to be some days that I read more than one day, but I think the way this book is supposed to be used is each day you just read that. And then obviously later on in the day, read something else. But today's chapter was about abundance and security. And, for those that aren't really sure what abundance is, it's just a large amount of something, a large quantity of something. It can be anything. And what this chapter did talk about is focus on what you have, not what you lack. And that's something that I know a lot of us struggle with because we focus on the things we don't have, the things that we want. We don't focus on the blessed of what we actually have around us, there are times where I focus on, oh man, I wish I had that, or oh man, I wish I had that. And then I look around, I'm like, wow, I have a really nice house. Me and Alice both have really nice new cars. I have like every Apple product that Apple has. 4 puppies, which you guys know me, I love dogs. If I could have 1 million, I'd have 1 million. So we have to always, hey Debbie, always be looking around at what we actually have, the abundance. As I choke, let's be thankful that I'm not really joking. But it's looking at the abundance of what's around us, the quality of the good that we have. That's where our focus needs to be. Hey Pamela, good job getting that workout in this morning. I saw your post before I went live this morning. I was like, hell yeah, get it, girl. tomorrow will actually be a little bit of a different day, because when I go live with you guys, you're going to get the sweaty Tanya that you used to get a long time ago with my lives. I used to go live after my workout, because I am going to bring breakfast to and meet Alex on his work truck. I haven't seen the guys at Lexus in a while, and they had been asking about me, so I'm going to surprise them with breakfast. So I'm going to do my workout at like 6:30 in the morning, and then be done right before I go live, and I'll go live with you guys with my thought process of what I was thinking about that day. But so I wanted to talk about the abundance and security, but it says, now's the time to take care of your resource and focus on what you have. It will not serve you to focus on what you lack. Giving time, money, or energy to an organization you care about can help you feel more abundant, and therefore create an abundant flow of resources for you. You are always safe and protected. And I loved that idea of giving to an organization that you care about. That's something that I do. And it totally makes me feel, God, I can't even give the word. I mean, yes, I feel grateful that I can do that. I give to St. Jude Children's Hospital. That's just been my charity that I love giving to for, gosh, as long as I can remember. And it makes me feel like I'm giving a lot. It makes me feel like I'm doing a lot. Hey, Sandy. So it definitely does feel that way. But I will tell you that I even need to focus more on the abundance and security that I have already, not the abundance and security that I'm looking for. And it all starts with being grateful for what you have and knowing that you have what you have for this purpose. There's a reason for everything, and you have what you are supposed to have. So I just wanted to share that with you guys very, very briefly, because it was really important. And what I love in the book, it says, in what ways am I abundant? Now, obviously, I have my Kindle, so I can't write on here. Too bad it's not the iPad Pro, and I could just take my pen and write. I mean, I could do in my Kindle app and write, but, and I can list the things that I'm abundant for, meaning ways that I'm abundant, things that I'm abundant, like what I was already telling you guys, this home that I have, the cabin that we have. Like, there's so many things that in my life I am abundant. You know, being able to pay forward. Good morning, Aunt Pam. The way that I can pay forward the things that I'm learning in these books, the things that I've struggled with in life and learned from. I don't know if you guys looked at my personal page, but I did go live on Tuesday about something that I struggled with. Hey, Val. Something that I struggled with that nobody knew. My parents, my family, my best friend, nobody knew. But I struggled with that because I didn't do day one. I didn't focus on this. I focused on what I lacked. I didn't focus on what I had. I didn't focus on, you know, what was important and what was here and now. You know, it's just crazy to me how one flip of a switch in your mind of focusing somewhere else could make such a big difference. So I just had to share that with you guys. So my call to action today is the call to action that I'm giving myself. So I want you guys to do this with me. It always feels better doing things with someone, doesn't it? You know, like my accountability groups, which I had an event last night live on Facebook where I talked about my groups and explained what people can expect having me help them and them joining my groups. So that was really fun. I did that while I was on my walk with my mom and Ryan. But so my call to action that I'm doing for myself today is I am going to not worry and fear so much of the lacks, not focus so much and think so much about what I don't have, and not do the comparison game of they have so I want type thing. I'm going to go after the things that I truly want in my life. No matter if anybody else has that, wants that, it doesn't matter. This is my life, and I'm going to focus on what I have, what I got to work with, my deck of cards. Because if I was playing a game of poker, I'd be worrying about my deck of cards and winning with my deck of cards. And that's how I'm going to focus my life. I'm going to always look at my deck of cards and win with what I have. Because if I played poker and worried about the cards that everybody else had, I would suck at the game because I wouldn't be focusing on what I had and how I can make the best of my hand. So I want you guys to go out there, make the best of your hand. And even if you had to, like this list says, like this last page gives me room to make a list of ways that I'm abundant. So abundant is a large quality of something. I have a large amount of support. I have a large amount of love. I wouldn't say I have a large amount of friends because I don't need a large amount of friends. I have a large amount of acquaintances. There's a difference. I have a large amount of, I don't have an empty house. I have a roof over my head. So these are the things that we have to think of so we don't look at what we're lacking. Is it the house I want? No. Do I have the kitchen I want? No. But I have a kitchen to cook in. So do you see that mindset and that thought process? That's where we need to get our thought process. You know, do I love my kitchen? Absolutely not. It's smaller than what I would like. I still want to redo it, but I don't want to focus on the lack that it's not the kitchen I want. I have a kitchen. The stove works. The refrigerator works. Watch, I just jinxed myself. Something's going to break. But that's the mindset. You just have to really focus on what you have and make good with what you have. Because that's your deck of cards. That's what you were dealt. So that's what you have to work with right now. And that's the only thing that you can focus on. So I want you to go out there today, focus on the good, focus on what you have, and make it amazing. So I'm going to finish this. Believe it or not, Ryan's already up getting dressed. He started setting his alarm for 7:15 instead of 7:30. So before I even go live, his lights are on, the dogs are in there, and he's taking that little bit of time to slowly get up. So that works so much better. I'm proud of him for finding a solution to having a hard time getting up. So I'm going to go spend a little time with him because he is up, and I'm going to get this day started. So have a great day, guys.